Welcome back to Veil of Death MTG, and it is time again to look upon a new set and see what cards make my list, this time from March of the Machine, the new standard set coming out really soon. On the set side, I like this set and story mashups up in here, but like with many of my lists, take this as my personal opinions, and once more we are just looking at the main set, not the new cards in Commander, since you know those are already made with Commander in mind. So without further ado, let's march once more onto the breach with a special honorable mention. And here I'm going to mention 3 cards that are great as Commanders, and we'll see many a deck being helped by these. Thalia and Gitrog, Abzan players rejoice, you got what you wanted, a great stacks Commander. Eisenherz is singing with glee all the way to me. This we follow up with Zimone and Dina, a new Sultai Hulk deck. How will this fare with the other ones? Only time will tell. And finally, my personal favorite, Kroxa and Kunoros, a self-mill Reanimator in the command zone. And we all know I love Reanimator. And with that, we get to the actual honorable mention. And this is the card which I call a sideboard card. Glistening Deluge. Why sideboard? Because that's what I would sideboard in other formats against those specific colors. Yep. It does kill many important creatures, like Dranif for example, but does not kill the rest like Crom or Vinoda, so I do not see this taking place of Toxic Deluge, but if you are in a heavy, the pig is big Yasharn meta, think of it, this card as a friend. Or just run a good Dam instead, or just Damnation in casual. Now we get into the main list, starting with number 5. And here we are going to look into more casual commanders, with these 5 being fun new commanders. The 5 Phyrexian Praetor Sagas. 1. It's a cool idea of having your commander transform into something different and just go on out into one of the main strategies. Jingataxias and Urabrask win this for being best from the set, but all 5 are cool and different enough. Go on, build some monocolored decks and take them for a spin with your local group and see what shenanigans you can unleash. Coming in hot at number 4 is going to be this Walker, and that being Wrenn and Realmbreaker. A 3-mana Planeswalker. Now, in terms of CDH, this is not Yawgmoth's Will or Eternal Witness, but I think in some soul-tied decks like my Tevesh Thrasios midrange, I think I can slot this in. If you can get it out early and can ultimate for the Broken Emblem, you can go infinite with Lotus Petal and or Lion's Eye Diamond to draw your deck with likes of Thrasios. Obviously need some testing, but I'm sure there is something to this powerhouse of a Walker. Time will prove me right or wrong, nonetheless. At number 3, we get into the meat of cards that I think will see a ton of CDH play, one of them being this lovely little guy called Fairy Mastermind. So it's like a little crown that draws you cards when opponents draw more cards, because you want to keep drawing cards, and with stuff like Wriststick, Fishstick and Mystic being staples, this could be fun. Not sure every single deck wants this, but most do, and it being so cheap in mana, I think it's a good card to play. Just don't try to kill the table with its second ability, leave that to the other cards unless you already milled everyone out but yourself. At number 2, I put literally an upgrade card, that being Drana and Linvala. A clear upgrade for Linvala, Keeper of Silence in white-black X decks. Obviously, if you don't play black and are stacks in the board with Living Plane and so on, the original Linvala will still work for you, but oh boy, the more I read Drana and Linvala, the more pushed it feels. Now it is time to watch your opponent squirm as you take all of the things they love away from them. And with that, we reach the end of the story with number 1, and here I put a new card type, namely Battle, with Invasion of Ikoria. Now, in casual flipping battles will be a fun thing, but in CDH I doubt anyone will care about the backside of this card. So let's instead only look at the front side, because basically this is a weaker version of Finale of Devastation, or you could say a second copy. Now, it is not a replacement for Finale, of course not. You can go infinite with Devastation and kill the table. Invasion of Ikoria is more for those decks that want to tutor / reanimate specific cards and just use it for that one-time effect. Like again, similar to my Tevesh Thrasios list. So yes, remember, in no way does this Ikoria's Invasion replace the good old Finale of Devastation, but it is a complementary piece to add to the if you need it. Having more of the same effect, especially when it comes with tutoring, is always fun. And this brings us to the end of my list. Did I mention every card you thought? Are there any cards I did not talk about? Are my opinions wrong? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, I will see you guys behind the veil.